Here's a little story about a man with a shed. He was really bored, so this is what he said. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get on the radio. So now in his shed he does a funny show. Broadcasting, that is. Radio Gold. It's pretty funny.
Alright, you're live, Kimmy.
Okay, well.
Talk it up!
Well, he's the one that he has to start talking up about this.
No, he nothing. You said you would take over the show for me so I'd have less work to do. What did we talk?
Because you said it's so hard.
What did we talk? It is. It's hard to do it all. I can't do it all.
All you have to do is load your stuff, then click a button, and answer.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's all there. You're just clicking. Well, I mean, you can just click a button and go like we're doing right now. That's fine. But normally, I have something I say, I talk it up, and then I gotta figure out what we're talking about. I gotta upload things, figure out what we're gonna play.
See, that's the point.
Read.
Why plan out the show when you can just do it all spontaneous and then get gold out of being spontaneous?
It doesn't, because it doesn't always produce gold. It's not. Sometimes you gotta have it planned out. You know. For instance, we had something planned out. What started all this is Joe wanted to tell something, but we didn't want to tell him on air, and Kimmy insisted on talking about it off air.
Well, I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
Don't shut up now. We're on air.
Well, what I was going to do is tell the story of how I went grocery shopping yesterday and how I left about $400 worth of groceries at the checkout at one grocery store and went to another one to purchase my groceries.
Interesting. Now, how did you do that?
Now, so you know, there's two big grocery stores in the town next to us. One is called Sobeys, and the other one is called the Superstore.
Okay.
I always go to the Superstore. I never go to Sobeys.
Okay.
So yesterday, I go to the Superstore. I go around, I buy all my things. I get up back. They have turkeys on sale, 98 cents a pound. I realize that's probably not a big deal down in the States on turkey, but it is a deal here.
Right.
So I look at them and I pick out two 10-pounders. Because me and Deb want to eat one right away because we both love turkey and then we'll have one for Christmas.
Right.
So I put them in my cart. I go to the checkout. It's Christmas time. It's busy. Yesterday was Friday, which is always a busy shopping day anyway.
Right.
So I stand in line for my 20 minutes. I go through the checkout. The girl says, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You can't purchase two turkeys." And I said, well, there was no sign up there that said that. And then she holds up this thing that they got at the cash register. Said, "Yeah, unfortunately, you can only get one." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Is there anybody else I can talk to?" So she goes and gets the manager, and here's what set me off. The manager comes over and says, "Oh yeah, you can buy two turkeys, sir. You just have to purchase one, then go back around and stand in line and purchase the second one." I said,
What?
"Seriously?" I said, "Like, you're willing to sell me both turkeys, but I gotta stand in line for 25 minutes again to buy the second one." And he said, "Unfortunately, sir, yeah." And I said, "Well, okay, unfortunately, I always come to this store. I never go to Sobeys, but every time I come shopping to Amherst now, I'm gonna come to Sobeys, and I'm not coming here ever again." And I just walked away. And as I was passing them, I said, "And you can have both turkeys." And I went to Sobeys.
Well, there you go. That would be a reason why I would leave grocery.
Yeah, but all right. Then you left Sobeys with what? $400 worth of stuff.
Then I went right in, and they price matched on the turkeys. And when I went up there, I said to the meat guy, I said, "Can I buy two of those turkeys?" He said, "Sir, if you're buying $50 worth of groceries, you certainly can buy two of those turkeys." So,
Good job. Well, that would be a good reason to.
now, if that manager had that everybody gets a turkey. You know what I mean? I can accept that. Okay, fair is fair, one turkey per person. But when he said, oh no, you're just going to go back around and stay in the line again. Like, fuck you. I get fucking $400 worth of grub in my fucking cart, you fucking pencil-headed prick.
Don't you hate that, though, how some people are?
So did you leave with the stuff in the car without paying for it?
I left it right there at the cash register.
Oh, okay. I thought you got $400 worth of groceries for free.
I was thinking about calling the head office and complaining about it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, fuck them.
Probably gonna keep one for a free turkey or something.
You're hurting them more losing their them losing your business, I think, anyway.
Well, and here's the other thing. So then I go over to Sobeys, and I know you've heard me talk about this, Bobby. I drink a lot of cranberry juice now.
Right.
I just love that fucking cranberry raspberry. Just, oh man, it's like God made it. Anyway, I get over there, and what do they have at fucking Sobeys? They have bigger jugs of the ocean spray than what the superstore carries. And I get to the fucking Tropicana section. They have Tropicana cranberry raspberry. And everybody knows Tropicana is like the champagne of juice.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Well, that's cool. See? What you didn't know in the other store, now you know.
Yeah, I mean, what made you, like, you never went in there hardly ever? Like, you always buy. I don't understand why you wouldn't switch it up.
Here, the superstore is a bigger store. It's got like it's just the aisles are bigger. It's just a bigger building, and they have a section in there that's like a small Walmart too, where they sell clothes.
Well, that's why we go to Walmart and shop, usually grocery shopping, because it's closer. It's closer, and you can get everything you need all in one spot. You know what I mean?
I don't go to Walmart unless it's an absolute last resort. I hate Walmart.
My mom hates Walmart too, so don't feel bad.
I love Walmart. I understand I'm not supposed to love it.
You could go get.
Listen, Bobby, I love Walmart too in the aspect of everything under one roof.
Right.
But I hate Walmart. It's like I love cocaine, but I don't do it because it's bad for me. So
Right.
Walmart's like the retail cocaine. I love Walmart, but I don't do it because it's bad for everybody.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, especially this time of the year now, like all the stores are like packed all the time.
Like all my life up here in Canada, we always had Zellers. You know what I mean? It was like our department store, like the Canadian chain. And Walmart was up here, man, and Zellers never lasted 10 years. Now Zellers is gone. And I see it like up in Amherst, like all the smaller businesses and everything that used to be there. And Walmart's been up there 10 years, man, and Amherst is a shell of its former fucking self. Like, it's just...
Well, the reason why people go to Walmart is because they have lower prices.
And
Yeah,
they don't, not in
they have
everything.
Lower prices is because they sell fucking lower quality shit that's made in China. And
Not
the reason nobody has a job is because all the shit that used to be made and sold at mom and pop shops around here is all made by chains and sold through Walmart. It's a fucking ever feeding fucking destroying fucking circle. Like the only people getting rich are the family that owns Walmart.
Well, they'll go down. I mean, the problem is they'll go down by something bigger, and it's only going to get worse. It's continuing until they change the laws about that. Where, like I say this all the time. It would be as simple as making it cheaper to build it here and manufacture it here than it would be to go overseas. Like, and however you do that, I don't care. You pay the people. You got to pay the people what they want to pay. So it's going to cost more because they'll do it cheaper overseas. But you can simply almost outlaw that, where it'll fine them for that, where it's going to cost them more money to go overseas, you know what I mean, than it would to be over here and do it here where you're at. And that's for any place, because for any country, it should be a worldwide law, because and it hurts any country when you do that, when you outsource, you know? You want as much insourcing as possible. It's just common sense.
That's right. If you, like the small town I live in, if there was a, I don't know, a fucking steel factory here, right? And all the fucking steel was made that they use in Nova Scotia to build ships and everything right here in Nova Scotia. Even if the government is kicking in or whatever to subsidize that industry, which they pretty well do in every country in the world, you're pouring back into yourself.
Right.
So if your own government spends $10 billion of tax dollars making people produce products that it has to have anyway, like fucking steel, fucking trains or whatever, in its own country, that's only $12 billion reinvested back into your own economy. That only becomes a drain when you take your tax dollars from one economy and place them into the fucking economy of another fucking place that's not, you know, like another country.
That's why when back in the day, when towns, when it was less travel, things were less traveling, towns would do better, because as a town, you friggin', like back in the day, every town had a dentist, every town had a bank, every town had a grocery market. So it was everybody knew everybody, and but even that, like people didn't venture out. They did everything all in their town, and it made the town healthier, because it's more spending, more jobs, more such and such. You know what I mean? We could still do that, just in a bigger scale, but we don't. And the problem is, honestly, I'm sitting there thinking as you're talking, listening to what you're saying, and I'm realizing it's technology, and it starts before the internet. It starts back when we made planes, when we started to be able to fly around. Trucks, transportation. It all started with transportation. When we, before you had to get on a horse and fucking go five fucking miles away. You know what I mean? To take a week to get there. Now you can go anywhere. You can get anything anywhere from another. I can sit right here on my fat ass if I had a credit card and fucking get something from Brazil right now.
Yeah, well, it's only going to get worse. Eventually, technology is going to be so, overpowered. Nobody's going to want to do anything.
Well, it'll.
It's starting to come back the other way now.
It'll come back the other way. It always does.
More people are starting to come off the grid.
Yep.
It's coming now that the technology has reached a point now where people can actually come off the grid and sustain themselves quite easily and cheaply. Before it was always so expensive to have that shit, right? But fucking, it's come a long way. I've been looking into it a lot.
Well, I could shut it down here. I could turn everything off here, make a fucking garden. Go out and if it wasn't for the land, I mean, I got a little bit of land, but I don't think I'm really supposed to hunt. But I could get away with hunting the squirrel and shit. I could get off the grid. I could fucking,
You don't have to hunt to live off the grid. Like you can get yourself some cows and raise your own meat every year.
Right, I could do the farm thing, but I don't have enough room for cows, or maybe a pig or two. I could do a pig.
It costs a lot of money if you're buying feed, I guess.
Yeah, and then I got to get out to the feed. I got to go get feed. I mean, I could. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have enough land for where I could. Like, you can let the cows live off the grass. I know some farmers do that, but you got to have a lot of land.
In the summertime, they just put them in the pasture, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And in the wintertime...
Oh, yeah,